finance buzz. From a quiet return of Bitcoin mining inside China to renewed optimism in Europe's stock markets and a record-breaking budget announcement from Dubai. The global financial landscape is shifting, often in places few saw coming. And then in our deep dive tonight, we turn to one of the most watched succession stories in the business world, the future leadership of Apple. After 14 years under Tim Cook, the world's most valuable company may soon face its biggest transition yet, and one name in particular is rising to the top. Despite Beijing's sweeping ban on cryptocurrency trading and mining back in 2021, activity is returning under the radar. Individual and corporate miners are once again setting up operations, particularly in energy-rich regions where electricity is cheap and data center infrastructure is expanding rapidly. China was once the undisputed leader in global Bitcoin mining until concerns over financial stability and energy consumption triggered the government crackdown. Now, 4 years later, industry data and accounts from miners suggest that the ban has not eliminated mining. It has simply pushed it into quieter, more discrete forms. It's an ironic twist for an asset that thrives on decentralization, showing once again how resilient and adaptable the crypto ecosystem can be, even in the face of strict regulations. Stock markets in Europe moved higher, taking cues from a stronger global mood and renewed hopes of a potential US Federal Reserve rate cut in December. The pan-European stock 600 edged up in early trading, with most sectors and exchanges in positive territory. In London, the FTSE opened higher, Germany's DAX saw a stronger jump, and France's CAC 40 also moved up. Only Italy's FTSE MIB bucked the trend with a slight decline. This optimism came as Asia-Pacific markets and US futures also advanced overnight, extending the rebound that began on Friday. A rebound sparked when the head of the New York Federal Reserve indicated that a December interest rate cut is still very much on table. For investors, this is a sign of cautious confidence returning to markets that have spent much of the year on edge over inflation rates. For the 2026 to 2028 cycle, the Emirate has announced spending of 302.7 billion dirhams, that's more than 82 billion US dollars, laying out a bold financial roadmap for its next phase of growth. As the Middle East commercial and financial hub, Dubai is targeting revenues of over 329 billion dirhams, with an operating surplus expected to reach 5% of projected 2026 GDP. It is a strong signal of confidence in the Emirates' long-term ambitions and its continued drive to position itself as a global center for business, tourism, technology, and innovation. Now let's take a deeper look at one of the most important leadership transitions on the horizon. Tim Cook has led Apple for 14 years, a period that transformed the company beyond anything seen under his predecessors. During his leadership, Apple's market value soared past $4 trillion and annual revenue has climbed to nearly $500 billion. These are staggering numbers by any standard. But at 65, Cook is approaching the later stages of his tenure. According to the Financial Times, Apple is preparing for a possible leadership handover as early as next year, allowing a successor time to adapt before stepping fully into the spotlight at major events like Apple's annual developer conference. Replacing Cook won't be easy. He has been at Apple since 1998, handpicked by Steve Jobs, and has built a legacy defined by operational brilliance and consistent growth. Yet among all potential successors, one name continues to stand out: John Ternus. Ternus is Apple's Senior Vice President of Hardware Engineering. He joined the company in 2001 and has helped shape some of its most iconic products, including the iPhone, iPad, and AirPods. He is also playing a key role in Apple's strategic shift towards designing its own silicon chips, a move that fundamentally changed the company's performance and independence. At just 50 years old and trained as a mechanical engineer, Ternus brings deep technical knowledge combined with 2 decades inside Apple's culture. He has already become a familiar face at Apple's major product events, standing confidently on stage to introduce next-generation devices to the world. Industry watchers believe Apple began grooming him for the top job as early as 2 years ago. With the company's former CEO, Jeff Williams, now retired, once seen as a frontrunner, Turnus's position has only strengthened. But the road ahead won't be easy. Apple is facing increased pressure on several fronts. The US Department of Justice has launched an antitrust case that could force changes to how Apple operates its ecosystem. At the same time, investors have raised concerns about the company failing behind in the race for artificial intelligence, especially as competitors push forward with aggressive AI strategies. Whoever becomes the next CEO will inherit extraordinary momentum, but also major expectations. Under Cook, Apple launched new product categories like the Apple Watch and AirPods, turned its services division into a $109 billion business, and reshaped the technology landscape. Matching that legacy will require not just innovation, but vision, diplomacy, and near-perfect execution. John Turnus is known inside Apple as a perfectionist. In one speech, he recalled challenging a supplier over something as small as the number of grooves in a screw head, insisting that even unseen details must meet Apple's exact standards. To him, that obsessive attention to detail is what separates good from great. And that mindset, more than anything, might be what defines the next chapter for Apple. As Tim Cook prepares slowly to step away, will John Turnus be the one to lead the world's most powerful tech company into its next era? And can he solve the challenges that even Apple has yet to conquer? So that's all in Finance Pulse for today. Follow the Finance 360 for more.